This is an example of the output swing for a class amplifier. A, B, B, C, A, B, D, C. The correct answer is B. Calculate VB2. A 0V, B 0.7V, C 9.3V, D 10.7V. The correct answer is 9.3V. Class B operation is provided when the DC bias leaves the transistor biased just of the transistor turning on when the AC signal is applied. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. The main features of a large signal amplifier is the circuits. A. Power efficiency. B. Maximum power limitations. C. Impedance matching to the output device. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. The principal advantages of BJTs over MOSFETs are that A. Voltage drop across the transistor is important. B. They are not as prone to ESD. C. Both of the above. D. None of the above. The correct answer is both of the above. A silicon power transistor is operated with a heat sink SA 1.5 cW. The transistor rated at 150 watts 25 C has JC 0.5 cW and the mounting insulation has CAS 0.6 cW. What is the maximum power that can be dissipated if the ambient temperature is 50 C and Tmax 200 C? A. 61.5 watts. B. 60.0 watts. C. 57.7 watts. D. 55.5 watts. The correct answer is 57.7 watts. Refer to this figure. The DC voltage on the collector VC is A. 5.4 V, B. 6.6 V, C. 12 V, D. 0 V. The correct answer is 5.4 V. What is the ratio of the secondary voltage to the primary voltage with the turn ratio in the windings? A. N2 N1, B. N1 N22, C. N1 N213, D. N1 N2. The correct answer is N2 N1. Class amplifiers are normally operated in a push-pull configuration in order to produce an output that is a replica of the input. A, B, B, C, C, D, A, B. The correct answer is AB. You find that there is an input signal on the base of Q1 and Q2. However, there is no output signal. You then measure the DC voltages on Q2 and find them to be all 0V. The possible trouble might be A. C3 is shorted. B. C1 is open. C. RL is shorted. D. VCC is 0V. The correct answer is VCC is 0V. Which type of power amplifier is biased for operation at less than 180 of the cycle? A. Class A, B. Class B or AB, C. Class C, D. Class D. The correct answer is Class C. Class AB operation is operation A similar to Class A, B similar to Class B, C similar to Class C, D none of the above. The correct answer is none of the above. The principal advantages of MOSFETs over BJTs are A. Their biasing networks are simpler. B. Their drive requirements are simpler. C. They can be connected in parallel for added drive capability. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Which of the following instruments allows more precise measurement of the harmonic components of a distorted signal? A. Digital multimeter. B. Spectrum analyzer. C. Oscilloscope. D. Wave analyzer. The correct answer is wave analyzer. In Class B operation, at what fraction of VCC should the level of VLP be to achieve the maximum power dissipated by the output transistor? A 0.5, B 0.636, C 0.707, D 1. The correct answer is 0.636. What is the maximum temperature rating for silicon power transistors? A 50 to 80, B 100 to 110, C 150 to 200, D 250 to 300. The correct answer is 150 to 200. What is the maximum efficiency of a Class A circuit with a direct or series fed load connection? A 90, B 78.5, C 50, D 25. The correct answer is 25. You have an oscilloscope across RL and it shows a zero signal voltage. The problem might be that A C3 is open, B B1 is open, C B2 is open, D R1 is open. The correct answer is C3 is open. Which class of amplifier operates in the linear region for only a small part of the input cycle? A, B B, C C, D A B. The correct answer is C. The Q point is at cutoff for class operation. A, B B, C C, D A B. The correct answer is B. Determine what maximum dissipation will be allowed for a 70 watts silicon transistor rated at 25 C if derating is required above 25 C by a derating factor of 0.6 watts C at a case temperature of 100. A 25 watts, B 30 watts, C 35 watts, D 40 watts. The correct answer is 25 watts. How many transistors must be used in a Class B power amplifier to obtain the output for the full cycle of the signal? A0, B1, C2, D3. The correct answer is 2. What transformer turns ratio is required to match an 8-speaker load so that the effective load resistance seen at the primary is 12.8 K? A21, B41, C51, D61. The correct answer is 41. Which of the following is our power amplifiers? A Class A, B Class B or AB, C Class C or D, D all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Refer to the figure. The maximum efficiency of this amplifier is A about 25, B about 78, C about 70, D about 100. The correct answer is about 78. Quiescent power is the power dissipation of a transistor. A with no signal input, B with no load, C under full load, D along the DC load line. The correct answer is with no signal input. Which of the power amplifiers is not intended primarily for large signal or power amplification? A Class A, B Class B or AB, C Class C, D Class D. The correct answer is Class C. Refer to this figure. This amplifier is operating as an amplifier. A Class A, B Class B, C Class AB, D Class C. The correct answer is Class AB. By how much does the output signal vary for a Class AB power amplifier? A 360, B 180, C between 180 and 360, D less than 180. The correct answer is between 180 and 360. Which type of amplifier uses pulsed digital signals in its operation? A class A, B class B or AB, C class C, D class D. The correct answer is class D. Which of the push-pull amplifiers is presently the most popular form of the class B power amplifier? A quasi-complementary, B transformer coupled, C complementary-symmetry, D none of the above. The correct answer is quasi-complementary. Refer to this figure. The approximate voltages on the base collector and emitter respectively are A 0.7 V 6.8 V 0 V, B 0 V 0 V 0 V, C 0.7 V 15 V 0 V, D 0.7 V 0 V 15 V. The correct answer is 0.7 V 15 V 0 V. Calculate the harmonic distortion component for an output signal having a fundamental amplitude of 3 V and a second harmonic amplitude of 0.25 V. A 3.83, B 38.3, C 83.3, D 8.33. The correct answer is 8.33. Which amplifier is commonly used as a frequency multiplier? A class A, B class B, C class C, D all of the above. The correct answer is class C. You find that there is no output signal. You measure the DC voltage of Q1 emitter and find it equal to 0 V. The trouble might be A D1 is shorted, B D2 is shorted, C R1 is open, D no trouble, everything is normal. The correct answer is R1 is open. A class B amplifier operates in the linear region for A slightly more than 180 of the input cycle, B 360 of the input cycle, C slightly less than 180 of the input cycle, D much less than 180 of the input cycle. The correct answer is slightly less than 180 of the input cycle. Which of the following instruments displays the harmonics of a distorted signal? A digital multimeter, B spectrum analyzer, C oscilloscope, D wave analyzer. The correct answer is spectrum analyzer. Calculate the efficiency of a transformer-coupled Class A amplifier for a supply of 15 V and an output of Vp 10 V. A 25, B 33.3, C 50, D 78.5. The correct answer is 33.3. Amplifiers primarily provide sufficient power to an output load to drive a speaker from a few watts to tens of watts. A small signal, B power, C none of the above, D. The correct answer is power. You have an application for a power amplifier to operate on FM radio frequencies. The most likely choice would be an amplifier. A class A, B class B, C class C, D class AB. The correct answer is class C. Which of the following describes a power amplifier? A. It can handle large power. B. It can handle large current. C. It does not provide much voltage gain. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Categorize the power efficiency of each class of amplifier from worst to best. AAB-ABD, BAAB-DB, CAAB-BD, D. The correct answer is AAB-BD. Which operation class is generally used in radio or communications? AA, BB, CAB, DC. The correct answer is C. In a class AB amplifier, if the VB drops are not matched to the diode drops or if the diodes are not in thermal equilibrium with the transistors, this can result in A current mirror, B diode separation, C crossover distortion, D thermal runaway. The correct answer is thermal runaway. The least efficient amplifier among all classes is A class B, B class A, C class AB, D class C. The correct answer is class A. In practice, the efficiency of a capacitively coupled class A amplifier is about A 25, B 40, C 70, D 10. The correct answer is 10. This is an example of the output swing for a class amplifier. A, B B, C A B, D C. The correct answer is A. For BJT power transistors, the collector terminal is always connected to the transistor's case. A for easy circuit connection, B to prevent shorts, C because the collector terminal is the critical terminal for heat dissipation, D because the collector terminal is located nearest the case. The correct answer is because the collector terminal is the critical terminal for heat dissipation. A class A amplifier has a voltage gain of 30 and a current gain of 25. What is the power gain? A 30, B 25, C 1.2, D 750. The correct answer is 750. Which of the following transistors has been quite popular as the driver device for class D amplification? A BJT, B FET, C UJT, D MOSFET. The correct answer is MOSFET. A class A amplifier with RC 3.3K and RE 1.2K has a VCC20V. Find I Csat. A 4.4 mA, B 6.1 mA, C 16.7 mA, D 20 mA. The correct answer is 4.4 mA. Which of the following are the disadvantages of a class B complementary-symmetry circuit? A. It needs two separate voltage sources. B. There is crossover distortion in the output signal. C. It does not provide exact switching of one transistor off and the other on at the zero voltage condition. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Which of the power amplifiers has the lowest overall efficiency? A class A, B class B or AB, C class C, D class D. The correct answer is class A. Calculate the efficiency of a class B amplifier for a supply voltage of VCC20V with peak output voltage of VLP18V. Assume RL16. A 78.54, B 75, C 70.69, D 50. The correct answer is 70.69. You find that this amplifier only shows the negative alternation at the output. The possible trouble might be that AC3 is shorted, BB1 is open, CB2 is open, DR1 is open. The correct answer is B1 is open. The maximum efficiency of a class B amplifier is %. A 50, B 25, C 70, D 79. The correct answer is 79. Calculate the effective resistance seen looking into the primary of a 21 transformer connected to an 8 load. A 3.2K, B 3.0K, C 2.8K, D 1.8K. The correct answer is 3.2K. The maximum efficiency of a transformer coupled class A amplifier is A 25, B 50. C 78.5, D 63.6. The correct answer is 50. A class amplifier is biased slightly above cutoff and operates in the linear region for slightly more than 180 of the input cycle. A, B, C, D, AB. The correct answer is AB. The class amplifier is biased below cutoff. A, B, C, D, C. The correct answer is C. NMOS and PMOS transistors can be used for class B. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. Determine VB1. A 0V, B 0.7V, C 9.3V, D 10.7V. The correct answer is 10.7V. A class C amplifier has a tank circuit in the output. The amplifier is conducting only 28. The output voltage is A 0V, B a DC value equal to VCC, C a sine wave, D a square wave with a frequency determined by the tank. The correct answer is a sine wave. What is the maximum efficiency of a class B circuit? A 90, B 78.5, C 50, D 25. The correct answer is 78.5.